Hey, what's happening? Music Therapy Laz here. Trying to get this together last second. I haven't done a stream alone in so long that I forgot how to set things up. It's completely different. But welcome to the gear and demo show. And I was wondering, can I do this without headphones on so I can actually hear the guitar better or not, and I think really the only and good way is with the headphones on. Otherwise, maybe I can do it through the laptop with the sound off. I could try that. Let me try that. But I haven't done this on my own in so long because I usually have Johnny Beane or somebody in with me, right? So let me say hi to the chat real quick. Music Therapy Laz, gear and demo show. I'm going to do a very, very fun show for you guys tonight, I hope. Hope. What's happening? Yo, Octopus Ears. He's in. Mike Olson is also here. How's it going, brother? He says, Laz, Mike Olson. Janice says, but I am driving on an hour-long drive. Oh, okay, so you can hang. I'm not planning to go much longer than an hour. This shouldn't take that long. I've got the VOX AC30 all heated up, ready to go there. And let's see, who else is Zach Thongs here? I think I said hi to him, didn't I? Tim Thomas was first in. Charles 75N also in. 12 people already here. Wow. Dudes. Dudettes. Donnie Beam also here. Right on, Donnie. Janice Lala is at a jam. Doesn't know if she can watch it live. So, yeah. And I've got something glitching on my laptop, and I don't know what it is. I noticed it last night playing GTA. Actually, before I even turned GTA on, something's going wrong. Like with the screen kind of goes like that, like flashes. So if anyone out there is like a computer nerd and knows why that could be happening, I'm hoping it's not because it's like something's going wrong with it. And I definitely have like some security softwares and all that stuff in this thing, but you never know. But yeah, tonight I thought I'd do something completely different. It's not really that different. Something that I'm hoping to have things set up here so that I can do this at a higher quality audio than what I'm going to do. You know what? Let me go ahead. I'm going to try this. Let me see if I can just turn this. Where is that? I can just hit that function F and turn off that. And I bet you should be good without these on because I can't hear myself. I can't hear the guitar. I can't hear anything in here. And that's the one thing about doing these kinds of demo things live. Normally you wouldn't want to do them live. Hey, Dan of New Jersey, right? Have you ever done like a demo live? It's kind of tough to do a demo of something live because especially with StreamYard, you're not going to get the best sound. And then I was even wondering about maybe I should do it just live from YouTube, but I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know how that's going to go outside of like doing it, like when we're out vlogging or whatever, like we did last night, actually. But I'm still having this screen glitching thing. So tell me if there's anything funky going on from your end. If everything looks normal, let me know if it sounds normal. And let me give you guys my clean tone. See if I'm even in tune. Don't even know. Last time I played this thing. But should be. You've got a floating trem on here, so you never know. And brand new strings, by the way. All right. So that was. I should do this before you guys get here, right? My sweetie's out there training our little friend. So she's out there training Limón right now. All right. Does that sound all right? Tell me if this is clipping, if it's too loud when I go. Right. No. Where's the pick? Where's the pick when I need one? Where's the pick when I need one? Oh, here's a whole stack of them. So I actually was trying to set this up in 2-camera mode, and I hadn't done this in so long that you know, I was having a little bit of trouble orientating it in the room here the way I want to. And I actually do have some other cameras that I bought that I've got to like get all set up and hooked up in here. Man, I'm telling you, man, a VOX AC30 has a sound. and it's glorious. That's probably really loud, right? Am I peaking? So let's see. Leo, what's happening, Leo? Let me know if it's peaking. If it's peaking, it's peaking. So let me show you what I've got going on here, you guys. So, of course, that thing there has its own tremolo. So I don't know if doing this is going to mess things up. Oops, crotch shot. But see the Vox pedal right there in the middle. So check that out. How does that go? So that's the tremolo that's in the amp, right? And obviously, let me stand up again. So that's why I was trying to get 2 cameras going, because that would have really helped. Dang it. But obviously, that has some adjustments that I can make to it, depth and things like that. But it's a really, really nice sounding tremolo, right? So that's just the plain old. And then this is with the built-in reverb. I hope this sounds good. Tell me if this sounds good, you guys. Yeah, that bird is work. What I love about a Vox too is that the harder you hit, you know, it's got that nice like. It's got a great sounding reverb too. I hope you guys can hear that. How does that sound to you guys? It beautifully trails off. I kind of set stuff up. I spent a little time, obviously, in here setting all this up for you guys. Anyway, so that's the reverb. This is without again, and this is the Vox tremolo. Now with the reverb added. Anyway, hope that's not too loud. Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. You know, it's different. It's not the same as a Strat. And one of the things about it is that, you know, it has this like standard kind of Floyd kind of arm that just goes whoop right up here, which, you know, I guess some people like, but sometimes I almost feel like I don't want that. I want to have that more flat, kind of straight kind of arm. And I think RJ Ronquillo was actually talking about that. He was saying, "Thanks, you guys. Yeah, this is a great Strat, man. It really is." Take that tuner off now. But he was talking about how he kind of wishes that it had like that thinner, more straight kind of arm rather than the Floyd arm. But this has that, like, pop in, tighten to wherever you want. You can have it loose so it's just dropping, like this, right? Or you can have it tighter so that it actually does go where you want it to go and stay there, right? Which is kind of cool. I like it right about like that. So if I push it, it's not going to go too far. But it's cool. Anyway, so hey, Will Dunham from Facebook. Thanks for joining from Facebook. That's awesome. So this is the tremolo and the VOX. So let's turn that off. This is the clean tone again. And this is now the Harmonious Monk. Now, this thing's got a lot of things going on with it. So let me see if I can kind of demonstrate for you guys. All right, so right there. Sorry, I don't have the two cameras set up. It just was not possible. So this thing has a number of functions here. It's got a D, which I'm assuming is depth, an L, which is level, an S, which I think has something to do with speed, an M for modulation. Then right up here, there's a switch that either goes to a plus or to a minus. The plus makes it more that sharp kind of, tremolo, which, oops. Sorry about that. This is why I need like a free week of time where I have nothing else to do, so I can set this dang studio up the way I'm dreaming of it. Anyway, hope you guys are back. I hope you're still watching. Yeah, I'll tell you about the Strat too, Mike. So is everyone back? I'll tell Mike about the Strat. Yeah, Limón is under training right now. My sweetie is training him. Why is this whole thing leaning too? Anyway, my sweetie is training him, so she's trying to teach him how to do tricks and stuff. And he's still a baby, so I keep telling her, it's gonna take a while, honey. But she's starting him young, which is a good idea. But all right, so I'll tell you guys quickly about the Strat, and then we'll go into the Harmonious Monk because you guys want to know about the Strat. I took this to Real Guitars to show it to Mike, my buddy there. He's one of the original owners of that shop, and it's been there since '86. So put that together. Basically, this is a USA Commemorative Strat. Let me turn the volume off this thing. And they made 3 models in 2014 for the 60th anniversary. It's got a 60th anniversary ingot there. That's probably upside down right now. But what they did was they made 1,954, because that was 1954 was the first year model Strat, right? They made 1,954 vintage spec Strats to the spec of the original 54s, according to what they could do at Fender, it being relatively close to like what you would call a custom shop guitar, even though it probably wasn't out of the custom shop. It was, but had that much attention paid to it, right? And then, I'm wearing my my Jazz Hands Offset Some Rocks shirt. What's up, Danny? What's up, Micah? Anyway, so from the Metalhead Hippie crew. Anyway, so back in 2016, I saw a deal on these, and what's amazing about this guitar is it's really specced out really, really nicely. It's got a 9.5 to 12-inch radius compound radius neck. It really nicely goes into that from here, where it's more fatter, round baseball batty almost, right here. It's got a pretty serious volute going on there too, which is cool, you know. Really comfortable up here. Oops. And then as you go down here, that more rounded C goes flatter into almost kind of like a still a C, but kind of, you know, more flattened out. And it's got some other appointments to it that make it why they called this the American Commemorative, is that they did everything modern that they could think of at that time outside of putting locking tuners on this thing. They put the micro tilt adjust, hold that hole right there, adjust the tilt of the neck, micro tilt adjustment. Never messed with it. You know, not that good of a player to probably really know. But I guess if you're having some buzzing up at the higher frets up here, you might need to make an adjustment of that sort depending on how your bridge is set up. This guitar, actually, I might lower the low E string side saddle here a little bit. I've got a little space here. It's a little higher up than I think it needs to be. I might lower those because that's the one thing I was curious about with the Bbe Trem that I put in this is, you know, how are they set up out of the box for a guitar like this? I think they're not set up for a 12-inch radius. They're probably typically set up for a 9.5-inch radius because that's kind of standard, right? Isn't it? 12, 9.5 to 12. So no, Limon's actually been on the camera a few times, Charles 75N. So he's not. Actually, he's pretty mellow. So some of the people noticed that about him. He's super mellow. So I'm not seeing that the comments are moving here. So, oh, what? Okay, yeah. So I don't know if anyone's made a more recent comment. Hopefully everything's working here. Tell me that everything's working. It's been so long that I've done a solo show. All right, thanks, Zach. Zach, I can always count on you, Zach. You rock. So yeah, so this is actually unique in that it's not the 3-tone. Believe it or not, it's actually the 2-tone. And the 2-tone was what they did back then. Hey, Jeff, what's happening? So is it working? Yeah, it's working, right? Is it? I believe it's working. Let me sit back a little bit here. A little bit out. And I still hear once in a while like a little ping or something like that. I might need to just double check a few things. No, it went back. Sounds all right. Yeah. So so yeah, I think the 3-tones when they came out a few years later, right? That was the hot thing. But I really like how it has that little bit of that bear claw right below the bridge right there. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I got 3 of these because they sent 2 of them that had a damage right here on the bottom part of the body here. Both of them that they sent to me, they were different models. So they weren't the same serial number, and they had the same damage in the same spot. And I don't know if it was somebody, you know, like purposefully damaging their guitars out of the factory or something, like disgruntled, or what was going on, because I think it was coming from Pro Guitar Shop at that time. I think that's who, you know, that guy Andy DEMOS. He used to work with them, so I used to buy some stuff from that shop. But they got out of the business because they have other business stuff going on, right? So yeah, man. So that amp there, actually, that AC30 there. Hopefully this doesn't fall down again. I bought that at Real Guitars. So another reason I wanted to do this show tonight and this demo, what came to mind was, you know, I bought that at that shop, Real Guitars, and I bought it for $500, and it's like one of the best $500 I ever spent. So I had to take it back a couple of times because there were some issues with some things, but they took care of it. You know, no charge, of course. But tell me if it doesn't sound great or what, right? So right now I'm in that, you know, humbucker, the bridge single coil. I can't talk. Single coil. Here's position number 2 or 4. Here's position 3. center, neck and center, and then it's got a great tone. And the pickups are rather unique too. The pickups that they made for this one, and they actually made another like Mexican version of this too, made in Mexico one, but it wasn't spec'd like this with all the gold parts and everything. They kind of went crazy with the gold parts and everything for the USA one. They had pearloid buttons on the tuners, and I switched them to ebony. This used to have a white pick guard with, you know, like a parchment white with the white pickup covers and all kind of antique kind of colors. Actually, was it really bright white? It might have been just that parchment white. I changed it all out to the black because it has black pearloid dots, and I thought, man, it would look cool if everything, see how it shines? You can see the pearloid on the dots there. So I thought it would be really cool if I got a black pearloid pick guard and just went black parts. And also, I call it my black and tan, like the beer combination of Bass Ale and Guinness, because it looks like that. Have you ever seen a black and tan? How it that tone of it, right? It goes from that light tone at the top, reddish light tone, into the dark brown like that. So I'm a beer lover. Moobs are proving it right now. But anyway, I love beer. Yeah, I love my AC50 CP2. Dude, down of New Jersey, this is a CC2 as well. So this is a made in China as well. AC30 CC2. And does yours have, cleaner than the Princeton? It has that chime that an AC30 has that nothing else does, you know, especially that top boost channel. And what's cool about this version is it does actually have an attenuation built in, and it also has a master volume. So in the room, like right here, I mean, you know, so it's a little louder than I'd play at nighttime bedroom level wise, but it's definitely, you know, I'm not going to bother like the neighbors or something kind of volume, right? And what else can I tell you about it? Satin finished neck. So the neck is satin, of course. And the old school truss rod, you know, kind of thing there. And then it had a 2-point locking trem in it. You know, the nice flat square saddle type. Not the, or was it the vintage? No, I'm sorry. It was the vintage saddle style, but, you know, gold plated. Yeah, the black and tan beers and a pork chop, very filling. I bet. Yeah, but, you know, doesn't it look like that? Like a black and tan beer? So I just wanted to make it something more kind of personal to me, and I like to mod my guitars to make them a little bit more personal to me. If it's not like a signature model like the Richie Faulkner V or the Van Halen or the Satriani or that's actually a Schecter. But the Meteora, the only thing I've done to that thing is put the Vega trim in it. I don't know if I'm going to change those pickups. I like those pickups. They're pretty cool. Yeah, but this thing, you know, the only thing I'm going to mod, I'm definitely going to change out these Spurzell or Shaler style Fender tuners because they're crap. I'm sorry, but, you know, and having the Vega trim on here, it would be nice to have locking tuners just to have that little extra stability, but it doesn't seem to really go out, you know. If I do that warble thing, it's like a really fast tremolo. Anyway, so let's do the pedals, you guys. So let me show you guys once again. Hopefully I don't turn this thing off. I'm not going to hold. I'm just going to show you guys that blue pedal there on your, I guess to your right, is the Jam Harmonious Monk, done in collaboration with Dan and Mick of that pedal show. Let me go ahead and push this back up. And what's cool about those guys is that they, you know, they've done some really great pedals. They did the this one, the D&M drive, the Stealth. Oops. The Stealth D&M drive with Mr. Robert Keeley, the genius himself. And so this is a custom D&M, and it's one of these that's, you know, a little dusty. But I had it in the bag too, but it still got dusty. The Dan and Mick drive. So the Mick side on your right there, on my, I guess it's my right too. The Mick side is kind of like a it's almost kind of like a boost or kind of like a clon style kind of sounding overdrive. And then the dance side's a little bit more aggressive. And I could plug this in too if you guys want to hear a drive in here. I can grab an extra patch cable. But next to that, I have the dispatch master. So let me show you guys again the tremolo sound of the Vox. No reverb, right? Now let's throw on the amps reverb. Grab a pick here. I think they start higher up on that because then it drops even lower, right? So I don't know that song, but I got to learn that song. It's such a cool song. So, oh, like a blues breaker pedal. You're right. Yeah, I think that is kind of the style of his Jeff K. Yeah, kind of like a blues breaker pedal, maybe, right? Anyway, but so let's now check out what it sounds like. Here's my clean tone again. Now we're going to hit that jam pedal. Now the jam pedal, as I was saying before, has the depth control, a level control, a modulation control, and then speed control. And then it has either plus or minus switch for either a more harsh kind of, let me show you. Okay, it's on Harmonious right now. Let's go to the aggressive instead of Harmonious. What was the A for? I think it has something to do with attenuation or something like that. And I think there's a secondary speed here. Now then you can hit the minus switch and it makes it a softer attack. I think maybe the H is Harmonious and the A, I think it has something to do with amplitude, because you know the amplitude of the signal, right? So now it has a softer kind of, you hear the waves are kind of like not attacking, like here it's a little bitier, right? So you do that softer one, it's more, it's a softer attack, right? Just the one speed here. Now let's hit that harmony. This is the secret of this thing. Now let's hit the harmony switch. Get ready. I love that harmony one. Man, that amp sounds good. Anyway, so that compared to the VOX's tremolo, right? With reverb. Let's take the reverb out. So what I hear and what I feel is, depending on how hard you hit the strings with the VOX tremolo, that thing reacts to your picking, how hard and soft you pick. So your dynamics affect how harsh or soft that tremolo is going to come out, right? So right now I have another one here. This is kind of fun. Yeah, dude, the harmonic tremolo is nice. So the one that I have in the middle between the VOX pedal and the blue one, the Harmonious Monk one, is the Bbe Tremor Pedal. Now, what's cool about that one, I don't want to let go of this because it's going to close on me. Hold on. Got to turn my volume down. Oh, shit. This is the worst setup ever. Someday, you guys, it'll all come together. It's slowly coming together. It's like a slow torture. It's like a canoe ride down the Nile or something, whatever, down the Amazon. Anyway, so now this other tremolo here. Anyway, so this one's the tremor, and this is an optical tremolo. So it's going to be different, right? And it's got 2 speeds to it as well, like the Harmonious Monk. What's nice about the Monk and the tremor is you can do 2 speeds, right? What's great about this one is that when you have that dialed in, I'm not sure how you dial in the speed of the second part, but I think it just doubles it. Yeah, it just doubles it. So I was counting, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So, right? So on the jam one, it doubles it. But what's cool about the tremor pedal is that you can dial it in. So here's my speed number 1. Speed number 1. Okay. Here's speed number 2. So I can go way faster, not just doubled, right? I can go like. And the depth control on this thing is where you get the adjustment of how it attacks, right? Here's the maximum depth. It's almost dying out, you know? That's something that they like to do with these, I think, sometimes, right? Yes, Sassy Cat. Tremolo! Now, another interesting thing about the BBE is I don't know if they've got something else going on in the box here. There's no switches or anything like that anywhere, but it seems to color the sound. So listen to my off clean tone. Now with it, it boosts it, man. I don't know what's going on. Now, for those droners out there that like the drone music, here we go. What I did right there is I hit the dispatch masters. Hey, Johnny Bean. I hit the dispatch masters, that pedal. It's got like reverb and delay, and I've got the reverb up quite a bit right now. So if you hear clean tone, it can get rather cavernous. Anyway, having fun with tremolos and reverb and delays. Yeah, without effects, life would be dull, dude. Absolutely. So here's the box's just built-in, really nice sounding reverb, right? So let's hit that again. I don't know how to do that, like surf stuff, but that sounds like it, right? How does that go? Anyway, so that's a pretty cool pedal too, but it definitely affects the sounds. How does that song go? You guys know the one I'm thinking of, right? Anyway, so I thought I'd mess around with, like, what if I use the Harmonious Monk with that nice kind of modulated thing. I like it when it's got that plus sign pushed in, because that's like more that the tab is using your camera or microphones. What? StreamYard? Well, I don't know. StreamYard is trying to talk to me. I think they must have used like the flat end of the pick. It's easier to do that than with the pointy side. Or I just have bad pick technique. Might head over to Montana and do some fly fishing. That's cool, dude. Right on. Just back, needed to get a trip to my local 420 friendly store. Right on, dude. Yeah, so anyway, we're getting close to up against the hour. But any questions about this stuff? Because I haven't put drive into this yet. I didn't even patch cable these things up. I should have gotten another patch cable for the D&M drive, because I could like drive that Vox a little bit, and you guys can hear the tremolo with that drive, right? Okay, now we have two tremolos at once. Well, let's hit that modulation all the way up. So it seems to me like the Voxes has like its own kind of maybe the way I have it set right now. Let me take a look. Yeah, I have the dwell at high dwell. I wonder what low dwell's like. Let's check it out. Yeah, this has like a deeper kind of like fading off. Very inspiring sounding. Let's see the tremolo depth. So let's do something with the depth here. Let's crank it all the way. It's the crank depth. So the depth on that thing obviously is where you're getting that attack or softness or whatnot. I think I feel an earthquake. Or is it just the way I'm sitting on my chair? Maybe it's the tremor. the tremor pedal. I like it about. I like it at about like almost 1 o'clock. If I crank it to about 2 o'clock, it's weird. I think it's just the amplifier that's shaking my butt that's making me think there's an earthquake there. There's just something beautiful about that amp's tremolo. Man, it just freaking, I love it. All right, let's do the Harmonious Monk again. It's cool too, man. That harmonized kind of tremolo is just so cool. This is without it. This is with it. It sounds like you're blowing bubbles through an amp. Soften that a little bit. It's nice to be able to just step on it and get double speed, right? Yeah, if it was me, I mean, obviously, stupid Strat. Obviously, stupid inanimate object, or it animates on its own. Really? Yeah, I like that sound of the harmonic one in the plus mode. If you go in the minus mode, then it's like. It's so soft. But if you add more depth. I can just sit here and play this stuff like for hours. I know I'm being stupid right now, but anyway. God, I gotta practice more. Man, that amp sounds so good. Yeah, there's some kind of a boosting kind of circuit in this BBE thing. Because as you turn the depth up too, definitely bites more. That one's like, I'm almost afraid to hit it hard because then it just dies on me. But this one, with the modulation all the way up. What's that Zeppelin song? Here we go. Almost has this like violin effect. I get the modulation up so high. And the depth. The depth is too high. Anyway, I like both of them. I like both the VOX's own tremolo. anyway, yeah, man, they're different. It's really cool to have that modulated thing, and then you can just switch it to that non. Now, if you do both at the same time, almost that big crusher kind of thing, right? It would be so cool if you can like switch from the harmonic to the standard amplitude style, if you know what I mean. Man, that's a great pedal, you guys. So anyway, let me turn this all off. Talk to you guys a bit more. Just pop this thing off of me, and then I'm gonna head out. But where's that stand? Right over here. Oh, I probably got the cable wrapped all around. Hold on a second. Gotta go once around. There we go. Unwrap all this stuff. Here we go. So yeah, man, what's really cool about the Harmonious Monk is that you have to get down there and flip the switches and all, right? But it does a lot of stuff. It does a lot. I mean, obviously you can go to your amp and move things around there too, and there's probably some way to get a pedal into that thing that maybe you can affect its tremolo somehow. I mean, this is a pedal that comes stock with it. Let's see if I can pull it out of here without yanking everything apart. Or at least this is what they found up in the upstairs somewhere. They just gave me this. And what's funny is that the reverb is actually the tremolo, and the tremolo, you know, it's like, I don't know if it's maybe just a polling issue or whatever. But bottom line is the VOX got a thing. It's got its own tremolo thing, and it sounds freaking glorious. And then that Harmonious Monk is pretty damn. Let me go ahead and pull this out of here so I can not worry. Pull this puppy out so I can pull this up and show you guys. So that thing, it's pretty damn glorious in its own right. There's the Dan and Mick dudes. And if you want to see a proper demo of this, go check out my friend Henning Pauly's demo of this, because he'll spend like, I like snort laugh. That's what that guy does to me, man. He makes me snort laugh. He does like hours on a pedal like that. He probably did an hour at least on that pedal. I haven't watched it in forever, but that's one of the things, obviously. And then of course, just knowing that anything that, you know, jam pedals, and then of course that Dan and Mick workout with them is going to be an amazing piece of, you know, little technology in a box, right? Analog, of course, I'm assuming, you know. I didn't look too much in depth to how and what, you know. I'm assuming it's all analog circuitry, right? And then you've got the Tremor here, which again, the Tremor, which I felt tremors going on. I swear to God, I thought there was an earthquake going on, but I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the movement of the speaker there against my chair, but it was rather satisfying feeling being next to a real amp, feeling it vibrate at you, right? So this thing, the Tremor, is an optical, and I think there's something going on with that particular circuit where maybe I need to check the, no, because it has nothing to do with the battery, because I was running it with a 9-volt power. Anyway, maybe I might even try some other cables, because I was using these. These are really cool because they don't take up much space. They're these ribbon cables made by a Swiss company. I think it's Swiss or Swedish. Yeah, EBS. Check them out. Oh, you know what? I need to grab something dark or something. I don't know. Let me see if this works. Yeah. Does that work? EBS Premium Gold Flat Patch Cables, right? So I found out about these. I can't remember through who or what. And yeah, they're good. I mean, I've asked some other like pedal dudes, what do they think about these types of you know, ribbon style patch cables? And like, yeah, but I think they're great. And they don't take up a lot of space, and they come in a variety of sizes and stuff. And then, of course, the dispatch master for the reverb. I was trying to get it to sound similar to the in the amp tank reverb, but this thing is a killer delay and reverb in one pedal. Super awesome for a couple $100. You're getting a really killer sounding pedal. You know, of course, they have the laser beam of death kind of, you know, LEDs in these pedals. So you might want to put something over over that when you're looking down at it. It's going to, you know, it's like getting shot in the face by a laser. But yeah, you have some of those cables, Leo. Yeah, they work fine, especially in between pedals. I'm not going to get that picky. You know, maybe from your guitar to the pedal board, and from your pedal board to your amp is super important. But probably the most important is your guitar to the pedal board cable, right? And then make them as short as you can for whatever your purpose is. Yeah. But that depends too, because if you want more resistance, you want something, you know, more capacitance, right? So that's it, you guys. I mean, I hope you guys had fun. I had fun doing this. 18 people here. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me for an hour of fun messing around with some FX pedals. And now I'm all jazzed up to play, you know, and it's like late. It's 9 o'clock at night, and I can't like just jam out here, but I can put my headphone, you know, I've got one of these. I can put that on and go play for a while, right? These are great. But it's not the same. That's the thing, man. When you have one of these amps, you can't, I don't know, it's hard to like turn back, you know, from the feeling of that thing, like it was vibrating against my leg like that and stuff. So I can't wait to listen to this to hear what it sounds like. But honestly, I've got to get you know, all this stuff hooked up properly so I can do these things through the whatchamacallit, the God. I don't know why, but I always draw a blank on what that's the interface. It's such a simple thing. I've got to get the interface thing hooked up because I've got some Sennheisers and some SM57s that I'm going to mic these things up with so I can get it going through the interface so you guys can hear it, you know, better than just this mic that's this Blue mic that's picking up my voice right here, right? And I got to figure out why my laptop's going every few seconds. I might have to do a complete shutdown, restart, and go through and see if there's any bugs in the machine. I don't think it's being overtaxed, but I might want to check that too, right? So until next time, you guys. Thanks for joining, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, the micro is awesome. The Mustang micro is great for just like, I have it out in the living room. I have my Aquistisonic there, and I actually play the Aquistisonic into it, which kind of works in that clean setting if you want to have that acoustic thing. I love that guitar. That guitar is great. And if you guys were interested in this guitar, go back into the earlier part of the video where I kind of go pretty in detail. The only thing I didn't mention is I did put a switch lock on here too. I don't know if you guys know about the switch lock. So if you push it down, it locks your position of your switch so you can't accidentally knock it when you're playing out of position and wreck like a great take that you're jamming out on. And it just makes it like thoughtless. You don't have to think, oh, I hope I don't knock it out of position 2, you know, when I'm jangling over there like that. So So yeah, that's a kind of cool mod to have on a guitar. But this is a really fun guitar to play because it's unique. It's different than all the other ones I have. It's got those custom shop Fender 54 pickups that they made for that year. And I mean, I pulled that whole, thing off, so I saw what it said on there and everything. So there definitely says custom. I think it says custom 54s or something like that on there. So custom shops, yeah. So yeah, is Dave Byron in here? Oh, I have seen that on other streams on Dave Byron. Huh? How does he use that? Because I know he does impromptu jamming thing. Okay. Yeah, spur of the moment playing, of course. It's awesome. And it sounds good too, right? So oh yeah, see that happens like Bailey, you'll hit your volume knob as well. That's why a lot of Strat players they prefer a guitar like this one that has the volume knob a little further away than the Strats. So Eddie Van Halen did the same thing. He moved his further away from that area that he tends to play a lot, right? In that area. So some of the more modern Strats are going to have that. That's one thing they didn't do with this. It's right there. But then there's that thing where you can do this, where you can do that Jeff Becky kind of wop, 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 wah, 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 with the whammy. Because if it's right here, you're more easily able to kind of, do that thing. But that takes a lot of practice. And I don't think it would be that hard to learn to do that with the volume knob a little bit further away too. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can do with Strats that you can't really do with any other guitar. That's why I love Strats. Yeah, so anyway, that's the show, you guys. So again, thank you so much for coming and watching that, putting up with that, if you want to call it that. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope I did a good enough job. I can't wait to hear it and see what it sounds like. And yeah, man, I'll do some more of these demos of some of the pedals I have. I have some really fun pedals in here. I have this thing, which I kind of did a really bad first impressions demo of because it's rather complicated. But that thing is really, really cool. It's massive. Yep, that thing. And with the expression, I didn't even hook up the expression pedal, to that. So you can get really crazy cool with that thing. And then there's a number of other really fun ones too. Can you imagine that hooked up through that tremolo? The Bit Commander. And I don't know if you guys know the secret, but do you guys know what these things are at the bottom of the Bit Commander? Who knows what that logo is? A lot of people don't know what that is. If you're from my era, you might recognize it upside down. That's right. Look at that. The old computer monitors that we used to have back in the day. That's what that is. I heard the man himself talk about that. Is his name Joe or something like that? I forget. Anyway. So there you go. That's the end of the show, you guys. Thanks for coming once again. I'm going to end it. Rock on. See you later. Have a great rest of your week.